Hello everybody and welcome to another Königscast here, the second one actually, and we're gonna be on the map Stutzdorf. Yes indeed, this wondrous map, which appears to be some sort of perhaps old refinery, oil refinery from all the pipes maybe. And like these are kind of like the houses where the workers would reside in, maybe like a postal office right here. But anyways, so yeah, this is gonna be a pretty interesting matchup. We're seeing the Panzer Elite in the north, who is going to be Zandran. There's his Kettenkrad, and in the south we're gonna have the Americans as Vorstinger or Vorstinger, something of that sort. And just a quick note, I've actually already, or I thought I was already going to cast a game today until I realized that it didn't record. So that was fun. I felt pretty stupid after that. So I ended up just deleting the game since I already knew what happened, and so yeah, but let's take a quick overlook of the map here. We're seeing the usual type of setup for a lot of maps, 1v1 anyway. The victory points generally making a straight line across the map, somewhat. Although one thing about the map is that for the high resources, you tend to see a lot of people go over here for the resources and do a lot of harassing over here, but a lot of the main fighting takes place at these 2 points right here. I'd assume generally because this area is just so far away from both the bases that it's not really worth it sending so many troops over there. But, yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Ow. But, yeah, let's get the show on the road already. Seeing Kettenkrad not really moving out yet. Oh, there we go. And some Panzer Grenadiers immediately coming out from the headquarters, and there we go. Barracks being built towards the edge of the base, pretty much, by the 1st Engineer Squad, and will we be seeing another Engineer Squad? Yes, we will. You can tell by that flashing light there in the headquarters, and there it is. We'll be seeing another one. Nope, looks like it's going to be a double Engineer start. Barracks almost up. One thing that the Panzer Elite have is such a huge advantage is that they can get fighting units, really nice fighting units, out so early in the game. Don't even have to build a separate building for it. Just boom, there we go. Although where they're going, I'm not sure. They seem a bit indecisive. Maybe they're going to be capping the strategic point. Generally with the Panzer Grenadiers, you don't want to be capping. You tend to want to use them to get quick field presence, quick infantry presence on the field as immediately as possible. They also have a huge advantage against riflemen, I've noticed. I mean, they can just shred riflemen. Especially if you got, you know, several of them with G43s, which, if you don't know, is actually a semi-automatic sniper rifle. So, I mean, if you have several squads with that upgrade, they will just shred infantry. I mean, if they're walking across, like, negative cover, like this road here, they're just gonna just disappear. Like, literally out of thin air, disappear in seconds. It's like friggin' Houdini. But, except he didn't kill people. But we're seeing 3 Panzer Grenadier squads out so far. Will we be seeing a 4th one? That will remain to be seen. Nice job setting up a checkpoint, or, I forget what they're called. God dang it. I was on a roll there. But there we go, capping the 10 plus. I guess it's particularly not a bad idea to cap with them. If you do capping sort of towards the front lines, like up around here in this general area, or in here, it's not too bad, because then your Kettenkrad can concentrate on other points elsewhere on the map. I'm not a fan of that, personally, so I actually end up going double Kettenkrad, and then get my Panzer Grenadier. So it does suffer a little bit of field presence, but you get extremely huge capping power early game. Riflemen pulling up to try and deal with the Panzer Grenadiers, it looks like. 3 squads all together like that is not going to be an easy engagement for the riflemen. They're going to get totally screwed over. Although, actually, never mind. 2 rifleman squads taking up cover right there. You should probably stop capping with this one. You always want to focus your infantry on the fighting you can cap later. The point's not going to go anywhere. There we go. Nice job. So screw it to the capping. We're seeing our first engagement right there. Tons of Panzer Grenadiers just lined up in this green covered truck. And the riflemen, yep, they're going to have to retreat. And actually, no losses for the Panzer Grenadiers? Wow, that is shocking, considering that squad is below half health right now. Fourth squad moving up to help stabilize the situation right there. Kettenkrad might be running into some engineer problems right there. Is it... Oh, there we go. Backs away, or what is it doing? Looks like it's going to try to harass the strategic point, or... Actually, no. It's going for the fuel. There we go. Alright, so... Well, that was the first engagement. Did not go too well for the riflemen. Not even a single kill for them, so to speak. And actually severe losses for one of the squads. So, it looks like they might have been focusing down that squad. As usually, that does not happen. Usually, otherwise, both squads would have took a generally equal, equivalent amount of losses and damage. But, that was not the case there. The reason why they lost that engagement was probably because of superior numbers for the Panzer Grenadiers, but also because of the cover they were in. It was really just, there really wasn't much cover, you know, some tree stumps, some shrubbery, that's about it, you know. Panzer Grenadiers had this thick metal truck, as well as some shrubbery and trees of their own. So, yeah. That's one thing I really like about Company of Heroes, is how much cover actually matters, and just every little engagement just matters so much and requires so much of your acute attention. Whereas other games, I'm not going to really name them because I've never actually played them, so I might not be perfectly correct, but they seem to focus more like around how quick you can be, and your micro, well, not so much micro, but your hotkey ability, how quick you can, you know, fling your fingers across the keyboard and press a bunch of different buttons and do a bunch of different commands. Whereas Company of Heroes doesn't really require that kind of speed. Panzer Grenadiers moving over here to deal with some harassing engineers. And where is the Kettenkrad? Where is it? Oh, there it is, hiding behind a fence. I don't know how I missed that. Panzer Grenadiers taking up cover, although looks like snipers are going to be a huge problem this game for the Panzer Elite. And I don't really understand what all the fuss is about snipers. I mean, I've talked to a lot of players, both high level and low level, and for some reason there's just so much hatred for them. And I personally don't have a problem with them. Even if I'm on the receiving end playing as the Panzer Elite, I don't have a problem with them. I can deal with them. Relic has done a wonderful job ensuring there are numerous ways of dealing with them, not making them too overpowered without nerfing them. And here we're seeing some harassment by the Kettenkrad. Nice job there. Generally, when you're harassing, holy crap, that 2 shots from a rifle just took out, almost killed it. I think it's actually going to be going down. One thing you want to know, though, is when you are harassing a point like that, if you know there's enemies really close nearby, you generally never want to bother completely capping it, or the second you see them come out through the fog of war, you want to just book it away. Because it's not really worth losing your Kettenkrad just so that they don't get you know, an extra 5 munitions and extra 15 fuel. It's not really worth losing that Kettenkrad over that just for a few seconds. However, if you're in the clear, just go for it. Just do it. Sending out an unreinforced Panzer Grenadier squad, you might not have noticed it, or maybe... Oh no, he does have plenty of population cap. What am I talking about? And there we go, another engagement. Riflemen should stop capping, get into the green cover. Right there, although Sniper does take out a few. The Sniper already veterancy 1. Wow, holy crap. Although this Sniper's gonna be in deep trouble. Okay, this is not good. And this Sniper is not gonna make it out of there. This might be a good victory for the Axis. There we go. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, snipers really aren't that hard. You just gotta catch them off guard. Gotta catch them while there's nothing around them to guard them. Gotta send in a scout car from a flank, an armored car from a flank. There's numerous things you can do. A cloaked Kettenkrad, for example, can just reveal it long enough for your Wehrmacht teammate in a 2v2 to take him out. So that's what I mean. Like, I just don't see what the fuss is all about. They can be annoying. I agree, and I do think it's kind of silly for a unit to be able to cross a blind open road 15 yards away from a Panzer Grenadier squad, and they're clueless as to what's going on. Replacement Kettenkrad going out. So that's why I like squads like the Sappers or the Stormtroopers. It feels more of like a realistic cloaking, because the range to reveal them is a lot bigger, but also because that's what I mean. It's like easier to reveal them, but the Sappers, their camouflage ambush ability is it depends if you're in cover or not. So that's something I think is interesting. So I think cover should really determine if you can cloak or not, or perhaps if you're in negative cover, the ability to reveal you is much greater. So you can reveal them from farther away compared to in, let's say, medium cover or a heavy cover. But in COH2, Company of Heroes 2, I do believe that it's going to work out a lot differently, I want to say, because of True Sight and things of that nature. But we're seeing a huge American push here with Flamers leading the charge, Riflemen, and also some engineers to back it up. T-17 Staghound armored car is actually reinforcing this charge, which is quite interesting. Although AT grenades, he retreats too early. Oh, that's not good. Oh, and he just hits the... Oh, it's the... God, man. Wow. That was some quite severe range for that armored car right there. But, it's actually a Tales of Valor reward unit. Got some Panzer Grenadiers doing some harassment over here, as well as the Kettenkrad connecting the territory by taking that fuel point. We've even got the T-17 advancing into the base, launching some artillery down. Oh dear, not good. One man going flying. I feel that artillery barrage could have been better spent. Perhaps on one of the flak Veerlings, allowing them to enter the base at a later time? Maybe? I'm not really a fan of base raids, but could have been. Some harassing going on down here, knowing that all of his troops are over there. Staghound coming in to deal with this. But one thing that he didn't count on were 8 T grenades and apparently laying down mines. And luckily for him, he doesn't notice this, I don't think. He was moving away, so maybe his attention is distracted elsewhere. I don't know if he noticed it or not. He didn't notice it. Wow. He even laughed. He even laughed for me, the Panzer Grenadier. That's what I like to see. Some dark humor, I gotta say. I mean, usually killing people isn't that humorous. Another T-17, though, out. And another mine. Oh, man. This is awesome. And we're seeing... Oh, he canceled it? Canceled it, I guess. Riflemen are actually losing against these Panzer Grenadiers, oddly enough. And these engineers are highly damaged. One going down immediately as they get near. Another rifleman going down. Engineers and riflemen both together retreat. And I do believe a squad actually went down over here. That's not good. And there we go. Defensive veterancy for these guys. Nice job. More riflemen that are wounded moving up. These guys are going to need to retreat. What's going on over here? STGs being upgraded for these Panzer Grenadiers, who should be capping that fuel point instead of just standing there. Bit of a misclick, perhaps. Panzer Support Command going up for the Panzer Elite at the 12th minute mark, so not too off as far as time goes. I do believe he's gone tank hunting doctrine, as he does have access to the Teller Mine, which does insane amounts of damage to armored vehicles. You would be surprised. I think it does like double the normal mine damage. So that's pretty interesting. And Kettenkrad actually moving in to harass this munitions high point, even though it's not corrected. The more you can harass your enemy, the better. And Kettenkrads are, I would say, one of the best units in the game to be doing that harassing. Hands down, I would say that with confidence. And he does have the extra man for his squads, increased squad sizes. T-17 coming under fire from the Flak Vierling, which is actually would have probably been able to tear through that thing, considering it could shoot down airplanes. But and as you can see, I think it's actually doing a little bit of damage too. So you can imagine getting rear hits on that artillery. Oh god, get out of the way. And could we be seeing AT grenades? Oh, just misses them. The Veteran C1 armored car narrowly gets away. And a couple losses for the Panzer Elite there. And Kettenkrad coming under fire again from the engineers, those pesky engineers, although now he may be able to harass other points. Although you might want to stay away from those riflemen, bro. He might lose another Kettenkrad there, that's not good. I don't like to see this though. Blobbing is not good, I repeat. Blobbing is bad. No matter what you can say, it's an awful idea. Ugh. I don't like to see blobbing. It ruins the game for me. And again, when you're under fire and you're doing stuff like this, don't bother fully capping it. Decapping it is enough. But he's gonna lose another Kettenkrad. And he's losing a Kettenkrad just long enough to get a little bit, some extra munitions, and also cut off some of his fuel and munitions. Not really worth it. I think it's like 140 manpower to get a Kettenkrad. 145, I want to say. So not particularly a great investment. Getting the spotting ability for the Hetzer, or I think it's called spotting. It might be like a command observer, something like that, a synonym for those words. Sorry, had to stretch. Ugh, a bit tired. Capping the fuel with the riflemen. Riflemen have the greatest capping power in the game. There we go. Now we're not blobbing as bad. I'd rather see a few smaller but large groups of and wow, look at the shots just deflect off that Hetzer from the rear. But I'd rather see a few small groups than one gigantic massive blob. Flamethrowers say screw this, we're out. But in reality, if you use those flamethrowers on a tank long enough that wasn't properly ventilated and everything, they would be cooking like turkeys inside that thing, man. They would be done. Riflemen narrowly escaping their doom. That's what I like to see, using those non-veteran C troops to cap while ensuring your veteran troops can continue the fight elsewhere. So if you ever are going to cap with infantry, try to cap with the infantry who are the least veteran, so that you have the most veteran units available for, obviously, killing enemy stuff. Laying down more mines. Nice. I'm really liking this game already. Laying down lots and lots of mines. We're seeing like some sort of T-17 Staghound spam going on. And here we go again. Does he see the mine laying? I don't think he does. Although you have to be careful. Fighting around your own mines can be bad. One stray shot and kabloom. You're all done. You're all dead. Anti-tank gun firing away, clearing some cover. Where is that from? Oh, there it goes. And there's the Hetzer in support of the infantry. Like to see that. Like to see that. These guys again, well, I guess at that point, since they're almost done, might as well finish. But you generally don't want to be camping when they can be helping to defend against the enemy, fight the enemy, whatever. Anti-tank gun, a little bit out of range, I think. There we go. There goes one. And look at that shot just deflect. It does quite a hefty amount of damage, but it's nothing compared to a direct hit. Although he wants to be careful. He might want to back away. He might have sticky bombs. That's one thing you can do as the Americans. You can force away tanks early game by making them think you have sticky bombs by trying to charge at the tank. Actually, you'd be surprised. Oh my god, there goes a squad. And that mine might also get destroyed as well, which would be sad. Sad day. But as I was saying, That actually sometimes doesn't even work against noobs because they don't realize that riflemen might have sticky bombs. So they're actually kind of just oblivious and they won't back away. Or they might see through your little scheme and realize that you don't have sticky bombs. So, but it's a little trick you can use. And I believe, as Sun Tzu said, Art of War, the more you can, you know, the more tricky you can be, the more deceiving you can be, the better. Riflemen just getting torn apart, although they do have the BAR, Browning Automatic Rifle upgrade, taking a lot of damage from these unupgraded Panzer Grenadiers. Oddly enough, double Hetzers rolling up. Looks like we have a bit of a tank, or a tank hunting division, like playing against some sort of recon unit of the Americans, some sort of recon division, platoon, just for a little bit of a backstory. T-17's not too keen on moving in now that their veteran T-17 has died. Might be an idea to send the Hetzers through a flanking maneuver through the middle and around the back of the AT gun, perhaps taking them out. Although now they have 2 AT guns, this is not good. Not good whatsoever. And you could actually, yeah, there you go! Use a flank. Nice. Uh-oh, damaged engine. Ooh, ouch. There goes one. There goes one of the tank hunters. The other one scuttles away behind the cover of the train car. And these guys might be moving in to clear them out. He does almost have enough manpower to call in another one, although it's being spent on reinforcing. Kenkrad also doing some harassment and capping in the right side. And nice job with the T-17s to cover the flanks, although they're a bit timid, knowing that the enemy does have AT grenades, although one unit's been destroyed. The other one might go down as well. Hetzer could move in. Oh, needs to retreat, Ah, nice. Although it might go down. It might go down. Ooh, luckily the one that earns veterancy doesn't die. Although I think the other unit did have veterancy. Veterancy 1, I believe, for the Staghound armored car, T-17. I believe it gives them added, health, it appears, or perhaps reduced penetration because of all these sandbags that suddenly got added to it. As you'll notice, the non-veteran one has nothing like that. Engineers being pesky for the Kenkrad. Uh-oh, and they might run into the mine. Nice. That's what I like to see. No one would suspect you to put another mine in the same spot, so that's what he did. Somehow Kenkrad makes his escape. Luckily, the T-17 missing numerous shots. Why doesn't the Hetzer move in? Pounce! Pounce on your advantage! Oh, but nice. The other T-17 does move in to at least harass the Hetzer. And somehow the Hetzer misses. That was a bit sad. Need to move in. Schnell! Los gates. There you go! Nice! Yes! Yes! I'm getting way too excited about that. Okay. We're seeing a nice little move up here through the left side, although I'd like to see the Hetzer in support of this. Although I don't think that there's much armor left on the field for the Americans. Oh! What a shot! Holy crap! And this position's getting just totally raided, and artillery trying to be called in. One squad might go down. Get him out of there! 1 squad and a half goes down. This is completely insane. Anti-tank gun trying to roll away. 1 squad getting suppressed from something. I have no idea. My voice is cracking. I can't take the pain. Ow. And they do end up having to retreat. Although, that was pretty crazy. Again, I would have liked to have seen the Hetzer move in. The Hetzer could have easily dealt with the T-17, could have perhaps even turned that around completely, and he also wouldn't have been getting veteran C2 either from chasing down retreating units.
Base is taking fire.
And an on-map howitzer just to make things worse. Nice job, though, by the American player, and we might want to watch out. Get him out of the line of fire, get him out of the line of fire, get him behind the HQ! Behind it! And, well, shit. There goes one squad. Uh-oh, and this T-17 might go down. Come on. Come on. Ah, well, that's balls. But, man, that was a nice job using the artillery to chase down the remaining retreating units. Sometimes it can be used to bombard the retreat path itself if you're, you know, really good. If not, it can just be used to bombard the base and take out the remaining units. And oh, don't back away, the Hetzer! Oh, you had your chance. Oh well, what can you do? Nice job though, microing over here, I guess. Perhaps that's why he wasn't able to re-chase it down. He was avoiding any sticky bombs and things of that sort, things of that nature. So nothing wrong there. The T-17 will probably go down at a later time anyway. He's got 2 Hetzers after all. Keep backing up, keep backing up. Ah. He was busy microwaving elsewhere. The Hetzer is oddly enough extremely good at getting infantry. As you just saw there, it's basically like an infantry sniper. Which I guess isn't really too far-fetched from the war. I mean, I suppose it could have been used. But there we go, getting them behind the HQ. Nice. That was weird. Kettenkrad hiding over here amongst the boxes. The driver's probably pissing his pants like, holy shit, Amerikanische. It would be interesting if they could get like a pistol or just an SMG, just something for laughs. I mean, if you're gonna give a donkey like Nebelwerfers or something, then might as well give the Kettenkrad a gun or something, pistol. Oh, and there we go. The Hetzer scares them away into the Kettenkrad, who is now running away itself through the boxes. He's like, oh, hell no. Oh, there we go. Hell yes. It's going down. Whee! There we go. The explosion is just so pathetic. I just love it. Missing some action over here, though. Double defensive veteran Panzer Grenadiers taking on some riflemen at slightly longer distances than their SMGs are for, against some Rangers who can get upgraded to Thompsons, although I do not believe that's been done yet. Nevertheless, why he is not repairing the Hetzer, I am unsure. He could really use some repairs on that thing. Getting some more infantry would be nice too. And needs to back away, need to back away, need to back away. Oh, but there goes the riflemen, they're disappearing, go! Oh, he is so lucky. The American player is ridiculously lucky. Armored car moving in, although he's got to be careful around these Rangers. And the T-17, for some reason, ignoring the armored car. I believe it can use like some sort of phosphorus smoke ability, which is what makes it different. So why it's not doing that, I am unsure of. Why the Hetzers are not moving in, I am also unsure of. I guess they just are really not a fan of fences. Makes them a bit uncomfortable, some sort of fence phobia. Again, you need to just pull this thing back, get some repairs on it. There we go, Panzer IV infantry support tank, or shorter version of the Panzer IV IST. Infantry section down? Ah, medics. Good, shooting the medics. Against the Geneva Convention, so I guess I shouldn't say good. But, in the sense of a video game, mind you. And artillery being called in on this position. Be careful with your armor, keeping it together, and all of a sudden you've got a terrible, like... He's actually using the on-map artillery to barrage the area, too. But, yeah, one thing to note is that when you got your armor in a cluster like that, you're gonna have some bad highway congestion, and it's gonna get really annoying. You're gonna be freaking out. And he should just retreat this. If he loses this squad, it could be game over. I'm gonna pause it here at roughly what seems to be the halfway mark. So what things can we learn from the game so far? I would say one thing I'd like to touch on for the Panzer Elite is that nice job with the Tank Hunter Doctrine. Using mines to, if not completely destroy, heavily damage the T-17s. And I think I want to really say, I want to put all my faith in him and say that he realized, like, he's kind of going for, like, this heavy T-17 spam tactic. Maybe not spam, but heavy T-17 tactic, where he can just move his T-17s all around the map and deal with threats over here, and then all of a sudden deal with threats over here. So it's a really dangerous tactic. But when you've got Hetzers, which can apparently deflect T-17 rounds when they hit him in the ass, when you've got Hetzers and you've got teller mines, holy crap, I just failed. But when you've got teller mines, which can pretty much destroy them completely, you've got like a perfect counter. I mean, I think, I'm still thinking about my fail. Teller mines, but when you've got a strategy that just gets completely destroyed, that's when you start seeing them losing. So it appears that the American player might have to come up with something different really quickly, something that might involve a lot of artillery and Rangers and maybe some tank hunters or something of his own. Otherwise, ow! That actually hurt my voice. I'm not even kidding. Otherwise, he might end up running into some problems. That would be, which would be bad. Because that's one thing that players get stuck in, is that they, basically keep doing the same strategy over and over again. So they fall into this kind of like wave tactic. It's like a phenomenon where they just keep doing the same thing over and over again, even though it's not working. So, one thing though that the Panzer Elite really need is they really need infantry. This is bad. They have 2 squads of just MP40 or STG-44s. So, he's gonna really need to get something in the infantry department. Maybe a Panzerschreck squad. A couple of G43 squads would be sufficient, I think, and I think he's really close to just taking this game by the reins and just winning it. I think I might need a water soon, because otherwise my voice is gonna keep cracking. There's the rest of my Coke gone. No, not drugs. Drugs are bad. I mean, like Coca-Cola. Riflemen, the Kettenkrad just don't have any luck today. Like, I would hate to have been sent to this division as a Kettenkrad driver. Like, that would just blow. I mean, I already lost 2 of my buddies.
We are losing ground.
I mean, my job was just to deliver mail, but they told me to go take that fuel over there, and it pissed them off. Panzer IST tank moving in to deal with these harassing, annoying riflemen that keep harassing Panzer Elite Express mail. And even the armored car joins in, like, hey, what's up, guys? And there goes most of the riflemen. In fact, the squad's gonna go down. Oh no! Run, you bastard, run! Oh, nope. Did the armored car just? I think the armored car just hit the infantry support tank, because I saw like damaged or rear armor hit or something, and it looked at the armored car like, what the hell are you doing? Interesting. He's repairing the Hetzer while it's cloaked, and again bombarding the base. I guess he might be giving up a little bit, saying, "Oh no!" Oh, and the Burger Tiger gets the. How is that for coming to the front? Yeah, like, you join into the battle and the first thing you see is an explosion in front of you. That would be pretty, you know, reassuring. Might want to be careful, might get stickied, and it can't repair itself. And double MP40s rolling in, and Flak Veerling also joining in a little bit, cutting down 1 man as it's just before it gets behind the building. But yeah, it looks like the American player is just about giving up. Like, he's just said, screw this game. I'm just gonna try to just destroy his base with artillery. You never want to fall into such a groove. But as I was saying, he's repairing an invisible Hetzer. What would that look like to an American? Just like seeing these Panzer Elite guys repairing air. I would just be royally confused. I'd be like, what the hell's going on? I would think I'm like tripping. But here we go. Here comes 2 Rangers and a Rifleman to deal with these guys. And they matrix most of the rockets, although a few of the bullets do hit them, damaging them. Getting some more STG-44 dudes, squads. Not dudes. There goes a Rifleman. There goes the second Rifleman. That's one thing about capping that fuel point. And this is what the Panzer Elite player was waiting for him to separate one of his squads so that he could pounce on him, take them down one by one. I like that. Well, that might have not been his plan, but it sounds cool when I put it that way. And there goes a squad. Oh, jeez. Oh, retreat. There you go. Oh, he might not even make it out of there. Wow. That was a long-range Panzer. Oh, shit. There it goes. And artillery landing down on the fuel point long after they had already moved. Rangers may be going down. Be careful! And this, I believe, is the downfall of the American player. He has lost all of his unit preservation skills. And I don't know if the Hetzer just steamrolled a bunch of guys or what happened there, but I just heard Arnold Schwarzenegger just say, like, enemy infantry terminated or something, so. And the Hetzer just kind of shakes off another round to the ass. A couple more. It just kind of bounces and it. Well, one thing about the Hetzer, though, is that when it's standing still, it's like vibrating. That's one thing that's always. It's always made me. That's always been interesting about the Hetzer. I'll show you what I mean when it stops moving. Stop moving. Stop proving me wrong. Okay, fine. I'll just look at another Hetzer then. Yeah, just look at it. It's like bouncing if you can see that. It's freaking weird. Berger Tiger, though, might be moving in to repair the wreck in the base to get that armored car back. The Berger Tiger's awesome. That's another unit. I apparently like all of the units that people hate in this game. I think the Berger Tiger is awesome. Yeah, it might not be realistic, might not be authentic, although it did exist, but it didn't, like, just magically revive vehicles. But, come on, it's a game. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool feature. And it makes the Panzer Elite unique. But, whatever. I guess I just don't know what I'm talking about, because I like all of the units that people hate. Freaking haters. Panzer IV apparently has just a few dents that need to be repaired, because it's almost fully repaired. I don't know why they don't finish the job, freaking lazy asses. And, again, this is what I'm talking about. They fall into this groove of... And I just want to switch over to the American player. Just pause really quick. They fall into this groove of... Just, like get this blob together and just hope they can crush them in one foul sweep. That bothers me. People have asked me, or not really asked me, but there's been discussions that I've partaken in where they say the Hellcat is better than, look at that just deflect off the Berger Tiger. That was awesome. Berger Tiger is built on a Tiger chassis. But people have said that the M18 Hellcat is better than the M10. And I don't know, man. I like them both, personally. I mean, there are things about the M10 that are slightly better than the M18. But the M18 has its own advantages. Like, I know that it has the 30 cal upgrade. I know that it... Oh, here comes the Hetzers. And look at this. The M18s cannot even remotely compete with the Hetzers. Almost all of the shots just deflect. And look at the Hetzer train. There's just 3 of them lined up. And all the shots are just deflecting. How ridiculous is that? That's what I love about Hetzers. Gun damage, I've never seen that before. What is that? I think it just actually lost the top machine gun. I've never seen that before. That is freaking weird. Don't move on all the Hetzers to one side. Don't do that. Oh, he's moving in. He's moving them in on the Hellcat. Get double defensive vet on that man. And this is one heck of an allied tank graveyard. And another Hetzer moves in to say hi. And the Burger Tiger is just aimlessly wandering around lost. Like, oh my god. Just stumbling about. Although, oddly enough, the Panzer Elite hardly have any victory. Well, not hardly any, but have a lot, almost no victory points. IST goes into lockdown mode right as some sticky bombs get thrown in on it, doing a fair amount of damage. Not even a fair, more like a lot. Oh, come on, finish it off, man! Finish it off! What are you doing? Finish him! I feel like the Mortal Kombat guy.
Finish him.
I've been saying that the entire game. Finish him. Oh, there goes the squad. Oh, shit. Finally listened to me. Burger Tiger repairing the Hetzer, which was heavily damaged in the previous battle. But it looks like we're down to nothing but tanks facing off against tanks. Hard fight. ... Indeed, very hard fight. But at least he's being he's doing very his 105's beasting it up. Vet 2. I don't know if that's because it killed some veteran units or what, because it only has 8 kills. Usually it takes a little bit more than that. But yep, that's really the only problem for the Panzer Elite right now is they need some more capping power. They need some more. Oh god, goodness gracious! Oh, never mind. I thought those were riflemen right there. I was like, you need to get the hell out of there. But yep. But his only problem is he just needs some more infantry. And let's check to see how the Axis are doing. He can't get any more infantry until he gets more territory. But luckily he's about to get some more territory. This Hetzer might be enough to fend off these posers. Not really posers, just Rangers.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Rush in the Hetzer, don't rush away. But he apparently decides otherwise. He just says, oh, there's a Hetzer right there, right outside their base. I have better things to do. Okay. And that's really the problem for both sides right now. They're just getting tanks. And that's what I'm talking about. When one plan doesn't work, okay, replace all of the M18s with all Shermans. What should have happened here in this engagement is, holy shit, these Hetzers are raping my tanks. Time to run away now. That's what should have happened. Leave the infantry and Rangers to deal with the Hetzers. Immobilize them first, disable them, then move in the M18s, which were having difficulties. Instead, take out things like the Burger Tiger, which is what they're mainly using to repair with. Take out things like the IST, which would destroy your infantry. Take out, hunt down the Kettenkrad, for God's sakes. Who cares? But don't just aimlessly lose units like that. That's bad. It gives them free veterancy, free XP. And it also boosts their morale. The other player's going, holy shit, I'm gonna win! And that's the last thing you want to do. Although, I must say, the Panzer Elite does need to work on the infantry side of things. I've said that a few times now. I'm going to unpause the game. I just wanted to address that before the next battle ensues. But as well as the Americans a little bit, it could use another Ranger squad. I mean, for God's sake, he got 1,000 manpower, man. So, yeah, right now to start queuing up units. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what I like to see. Alright. Maybe even get another Kettenkrad to just start capping units. Hetzers This Hetzer's got 8 infantry kills, 2 light tank kills, 3 heavy tank kills, although this does take a broadside hit. IST moves in saying hello and takes out 2 immediately with 1 shot. 3 more moving in on the Shermans. Needs to turn. Don't turn the back armor, you fool. There you go. There you go. And I believe the Rangers did go down. Artillery raining in, and it deflects off the... just deflects off the Burger. Oh my god, that's awesome. This Sherman is upgunned, and it might even take out the Hetzer. Out of control. Hetzer finally, one of the Hetzers has gone down. Crashing into the Sherman. And don't concentrate on that. Concentrate on the Sherman. There you go. Pull away, get away. Oh, this is not good. Okay. Might need to call in another Hetzer now to replace the 2 that you're about to lose. Armored car, don't move in, armored car. I don't know, maybe he just doesn't want it anymore. Or maybe he's just trying to distract the Sherman. That's an idea. Oh, never mind, he just lost both. Alright, so I was just praising the Panzer Elite player, now I'm kind of, I don't know. Those Shermans, oddly enough, actually did better than the Hellcat. One even getting Vet 1, taking out 2 of the Hetzers. Which is, I don't even think that would have happened in the war. I think the Hetzer would have just freaking torn through that Sherman. I mean, the armor that they said it had was like paper thin. But, I do believe at Vet 1 it does get either reduced penetration or added health, considering it again it has those sandbags on the front, so that might be one thing, help it survive against the Hetzers even more. And I think he even called in another Hetzer. Maybe he had 4. I can't particularly remember. And yeah, repair that Panzer IV IST now and retreat that squad. That was close. Artillery raining in, damaging the Burger Tiger somewhat. The Burger Tiger is basically like a Tiger tank, but for repairing. I mean, it's actually, I don't know if it has like the same stats, but I mean they're pretty close. And the train car just goes down from an artillery shot. Although they did almost take out 1 of the tanks, I think it would have been better to just have kept concentrating on this tank, and at least not all would have been lost. Kenkrad hiding in the bushes over here. Kenkrad Express trying to hide from the Americans who want to steal his mail. Ooh, almost losing a squad there. Sherman. Hetzer immediately turns around and somehow gets veterancy from that. And somehow the M4 Sherman got veterancy too. Oh, probably from killing the Panzer Grenadiers here in the middle. Holy shit! That was a lot of damage. That was pretty insane, I gotta say. And they're even chasing him down like, oh, you're not getting away, foo. Three Shermans. There you go. I think he called in another Hetzer. No, but he needs to. He needs another Hetzer. Oh, come on. You can do it. You can do it now. You can do it now. You can do it now. And that's what I mean about highway congestion right there at its finest. It sucks. I hate it. Main gun destroyed. Yes. Move in now. Schnell, los gates. I believe that was a bit of a missed opportunity there. I think he's being a bit too timid. He could have easily taken out that Sherman, probably even that Sherman, and probably even the howitzer. especially if he had infantry support. But now that there's a 4th Sherman coming out, I don't know if that could have happened now. Again, a bit too passive, but still not a particularly bad engagement for them at all. Although I think he should really consider reviving this lost Hetzer from the beginning of the game. That would be a good idea. Artillery overshooting its intended target. Never mind. Spoke too soon. Curse at the commentator, as they would say in FIFA. The squad needs to retreat. I almost lost 2 squads right there. That would have been terribly bad. That would have been a sad, sad day. Sherman somehow surviving that shot. What is going on here? And actually, never mind. I don't think they. I think they might always have the sandbags on the front of their Shermans. It's a pretty cool view. I think they always have that. Come on, you can do it. Get it. Get it now. He's sparkling in no time.
Send over.
We're waiting our orders.
This Hetzer needs to move up a little bit, and so does that Hetzer right there. 3 Shermans against 1 double vet Hetzer. Oh God! Oh, what are you doing? Okay, move up. Move up, man! Damn! There you go. Holy crap, man! You can get one of the Shermans. Do it now. Do it now. Go! Get to the chopper! Go! Get to the Sherman! Go! You can do it! Who cares if they get a little bit damaged? You could get 2 Shermans right now, man! Push the advantage! Push the advantage! Don't be a passive! Don't be a passive general! Although, nice job, I'm liking to see that. There you go, you listened to me, you're getting that. Although he could have got a Jagdpanther, but oh well. And again with the bouncing shells, I love that. It's awesome. And there's a Hetzer, a 4th Hetzer, although highly damaged. This squad just might as well retreat. Although it wouldn't even be a bad idea to just get an infantry half-track just for the hell of it, so that he can reinforce on the field. Panzer IV IST needs to move in on these Vet 1 riflemen. Support these Panzer Grenadiers. Nice, nice. Kettenkrant zooming around. Whee! And forcing them to retreat. Will they get them, actually? That was close. That was close. Artillery being called in. Retreat and move that IST out of the way. I don't think he sees it. Ouch. Needs to move in the IST on the middle, though. Needs to move it in on the middle. Stop them from capping that shit. M4 Sherman needs... Come on, move in your tanks. You can get the double vet Sherman. You can get pretty much all of them you can get. Go! How many times do I have to tell you, man? That is his only problem right now, just not pushing the advantage. That's my only complaint from him right now. I have nothing else to complain about. Although, nice job putting the the 2 Panzerschreck teams in there. Now move up the tanks. You know that the shots are just gonna deflect senselessly, like little toys. Oh. I am... Not a big deal, not a big deal. Crad getting the fuel. Good job there. Oh, or actually, he might just be going for that. Alright. Just as good, just as good. More train cars going by. And almost a Panzerschreck squad. Almost. Knock on wood. Ugh. My throat. You know, my throat wouldn't be killing me this bad if I hadn't done a cast, or like a test cast prior to this. that ended up not working. Well, this was a bit of an anticlimactic ending. I would have really liked to see the Panzer Elite move in and destroy these tanks, but apparently we're not going to be seeing that happening. And that makes me a sad panda. It seriously does.
Go ahead.
The Americans honestly probably have a chance to win this if they're aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. Focusing down Hetzer after Hetzer, especially this heavily damaged Vet 2-1, if they can get rid of that. There we go! Yes! Yes! Action! Yes! Nice! Main gun destroyed on that one. That Hetzer's done. Oh, I think this Sherman's gonna be going down. Yes, it is. Nice. So four Hetzers versus 5 Shermans. Who wins? Hetzers. Or actually, I spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Will he get a Jagd Panther? He does get the Jagd Panther. Yes. And let's just throw in an M18 Hellcat for laughs. I love it. Out of control M18 Hellcat with no gun. Just like a little stub. And why face your armor? Face your armor. Face your armor, man. Ah. Although artillery. Ooh, I was close to knocking out the squad. The Jagd. Oh man, the Jagd Panther just rolls over the carcasses of the tanks and just says kaboom, hi, and even crushing one dude. Oh, that is just awful, dude. Oh man. I love the Jagd Panther just because it's just so freaking huge. That's one thing about the Germans. All of their tanks and all of their uniforms are just so awesome. They really knew how to represent an image. It was like a marketing scam at its finest. Unfortunately, one that led to like over 6 million deaths of Jewish people, the Nazis anyway. But they really knew how to represent an image. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, their uniforms are pretty cool looking, and so are their freaking tanks. They are badass looking compared to the Sherman, which looks. I'm not gonna lie, it does not look, you know, anything menacing. So, I don't know if he had the plan all along of waiting for Warstinger to attack and then counterattacking with the Jagd Panther. I don't know if that was his plan, but I think he could have reduced a lot of his losses by simply advancing when he had them by the balls. When like 2 of them were so heavily damaged that 2 shots would have gone kablam and they would have been gone, and it would have been 4 Hetzers versus 3 Shermans, and then the 1 Sherman wouldn't have veteran C3. It would have been a lot different, and I was actually getting kind of worried he might lose there. I mean, if the Shermans had all faced their armor correctly, if that level of micro had been present at the time, I really don't know who would have won that. I mean, the Jagd Panther did balance it out, though. I think it still would have been the Panzer Elite. But I think they could have done a lot more damage to the Panzer Elite, and maybe that might have resulted in them pulling out a win in the end. But so I really honestly think that game really came down to that last engagement. That was a really big game changer. It was do or die, I want to say. Nonetheless, great job by both players. A lot, I would say with confidence, much better micro than we saw in the last game. Of course, one thing about micro is that it's the ability to micro the amount of units you have. So in a 2v2, you have a lot more units and a lot more stuff going on all across the map. So it makes me wonder if people who play team games actually will result in having better micro, better communication, and better game understanding than a 1v1 player who can only focus on smaller scale things. That makes me wonder. But nonetheless, I would say better micro than what we saw in the 2v2 last game. Even though, don't get me wrong, that 2v2 was still good. Thanks whoever sent it in. Yeah. Things to learn from the game, though. That's what this is all. This is what the end part is supposed to be about. Things to learn from the game. Don't be so passive. You really need to and this is mostly directed at the Panzer Elite player. The Allied player was a bit more aggressive, especially when it came to harassing with rifleman squads, capping points, stuff like that, artillery. So the Panzer Elite just doesn't need to be so timid. The Hetzer just deflects shots. I mean, you saw the one engagement in his base with the 3 Hellcats versus the 3 Hetzers. Yeah, that was the Hellcats, which are made for tank hunting. Their shots were just deflecting off the Hetzers. So if they're deflecting off the Hetzers, you can guarantee you can probably handle Shermans, even upgunned Shermans. 5 of them versus 4. So he should have pushed the advantage more. Instead of being risk averse, he should have been pro risk. You know, taking some risks. That's really my only the only things I would suggest to him. A little bit more better unit preservation with the infantry would be preferable, although towards the end it got better. It did get better towards the end. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more variety of units at the end. As you saw, he just ended up getting just tons of Panzerschrecks. And, but overall, not a terrible game. Not even close to a terrible game. And that's pretty sick right there. That's pretty BA. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me some feedback on what you thought about the game, about my casting. Send me in your own games to my email, which should be in the description. If not, I do think I have a link on my channel, the actual channel page itself on the right side-ish. I think I have it there, I want to say. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And peace.